What's happening, guys? It's more motivation. So decided to go out for a drive, right? Just to get away from being bored and just being in my thoughts, especially about what's going on right now, right? With the coronavirus. I was getting pretty tired of hearing about it. Pretty tired. Right? All the scarcity, all the negativity, all the bullshit around it. It's not to say that it's not happening in front of our eyes. It's not to say that, it doesn't have its risks and the possibility of something, happening. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, what you constantly feed your mind, you constantly think about, is what you become, and it's what is going to happen. We're spending all morning trying to just reprogram our mind. Our minds are like computer softwares. Our minds are exactly like computers. Just how a computer has Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Paint, Internet, all these different programs. Our minds are the exact same way. And just how you can download certain programs, it's the same thing with our minds, right? It's no different, actually. It's pretty similar. With that being said, what you constantly tell yourself, what you constantly watch, listen to, eat, do, is what you become, right? You're a product of what you consistently do. If you're consistently feeding your mind with this corona thing and scared it will happen to you and possibly you spread it to someone else, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. All you can focus on really is what you can do to minimize the risk of it, to minimize its spreading, right? You gotta believe the doctors and people in that field are working hard to make sure that, there's a cure, there's a way to make it stop spreading by us staying home, staying in this social isolation and all these stuff for it to minimize. We gotta believe that through all the stuff we've gone through, there's been problems that have come and went. So why is this all of a sudden so different? Why is this all of a sudden so carry so much weight? You know what I mean? And I know I'm not trying to say it's not risky and you giving it to someone that doesn't have a strong immune system couldn't possibly kill them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying focus on the solution as opposed to only the problem, right? And the stuff you say to yourself and the stuff you do and the stuff you constantly think about is what you become. It's what you become. This is a prime example. You can think about the things you can do to solve the problem. You can think about the things you can do to minimize its spreading, but you cannot only be thinking about the problem, right? With things such as affirmations, positive self-talk, things like that, you reprogram your mind because our belief system is based on how we're raised, based on what people have told us our whole life, and based on what we watch, listen to, and even think about, right? And what we learn, we can unlearn. What we were programmed with, we can reprogram our minds by what we tell ourselves, by what we think about, by what we do, right? It's so important, so important. I really had to talk about this because I was just getting tired of hearing about it. I want to hear about something different. Everything's either a joke about it or bad news about it. I just want to hear something different, right? I just want to be different and talk about something else. You know what I mean? We got to feed our minds with things we want to happen. If you want it to happen, think about it, speak it into reality. If you don't want it to happen, do not think about it, do not talk about it. It's just facts, man. It's just facts. Our minds are truly powerful. We can make things come true that we may not want to come true or want to come true. But the choice is up to you. Think about the things you want. Think about the things you want to happen. Stop feeding your mind with this bullshit. Stop feeding your mind with this stuff. Do what the government tells you with the social distancing. Going to the store if you have to, but not going to multiple stores. Keeping your distance with people, or not meeting too many people. And staying clean, not touching your face, washing your hands, things like that. If you listen to that, no problem. But panicking doesn't make things better. Feeding your mind with negativity doesn't make it better. You know, it's not only through this time we should keep our immune system strong, but also our mental strong, our mental immune system strong, right? Because a placebo effect is a real thing. It's a real thing. If you keep thinking you're gonna have it, you're gonna have it. Stop thinking about it. Think about something different. Think about the things you want to happen. Think about how great it will be when it's over. Think about when the summer is going to start. Think about when you finally can go back to work. Think about when you can finally leave your house on a consistent basis. As to doing things besides walking and going to the grocery store. Think about that. Stop thinking about the things you don't want to happen. Start thinking about the things you want. Self-affirm. Tell yourself things positive about you. Tell yourself things you believe about yourself or you want to happen to you. Think about the things that may not be happening now in a good way, how it could be different. Think about how it's going to make you feel. Think about that instead of the fear, the scarcity, and the anger. Right? Think about positive things. Think about things you want to happen. That's the basis of this message. Share this with someone that needs to hear it, right? And think about the things you want, man. Stop feeding your mind with bullshit.